Hi everyone, welcome to UTV Guna and our big man breakdown show with Nathan. How are you, bro?
Yeah, good, man.
Cool. So
it's good to be an Arsenal fan at the moment. So yeah, it's good, man.
yeah, bro, 4 wins in a row now. 3-2 against Watford. What are your thoughts on the game?
Do you know what? I was disappointed with the 3-2 score because it made it look like Watford done more than what they actually did, but they didn't. We dominated the majority of that game. I just think also as well, there were certain times in the game where we had just a few shaky moments, yeah, which I think if we iron those out, when we beat teams like Watford, we looked attacking. I always say, what's Arteta's identity going forward? But it showed a great identity there. It was like slick, fast movements, all the players were on sync, and I just think also as well, the players were playing like they had competition around them. So you knew that Pepe was hungry to come off the bench, Eddie Nketiah was hungry to come off the bench, so you had players that were really hungry to come on. So it just showed all the players were thriving. Saka, like, it's sometimes I think when you've got a player at your club and you're used to seeing him week in, week out, you sort of take it for granted. But I think now when you see certain games like that, actually it blows you away. You're like, wow, we actually have a super player on our hands. And you know, sometimes you get young boys that sort of do well for a season and then they just sort of fade in and out and whatever. Not, we've had it in so many times in the past where we thought we was onto a worldie of a player. Even look at Alex Iwobi, for example. Yeah, we thought he'd be a worldie and then he fell off. But Saka is just better and it was unbelievable. Look at the game that Odegaard had a great game, and Saka even outshone him there. I say both of them were like my man of the matches. Ben White as well, apart from his little mistake, Ben White really showed us as well like why we're paying close to 50 million for him, because apart from that mistake in the second goal, I'll let him have that, because the last 3-4 games it's been solid, reading the play really well, keeping the back line, and where Gabriel hasn't really had the best of games in the last 3-4, and it hasn't shown because Ben White has, and that's what you want. You don't want, in the past we always had one centre back, we've relied on them. If they have a bad game, the whole thing looks bad. This time now, people have stepped in, so yeah, we looked quite compact. Even Ramsdale as well, his kicking was a bit off, and it has been sometimes. I think sometimes he's got to assess it and say, do you know what, if I'm having a bad sort of game with my feet, let's just lay off, play it simple. Don't have to do those little. His balls do make better because they obviously pause. He does do certain things, obviously, where he flicks it through and it breaks that line of defence, and we can get out pretty quick. But I just think sometimes in certain games, just allow it, man. Just play it simple and then go through. But yeah, it was a great win, man. Great result. And do you know what? They're proving me wrong. Honestly, I was Mr. Negative. Like, yeah, and they are pushing forward and doing really well, man. These are the games that you expect them to win, but don't always win, because look at Man United with Watford. They drew at home. So yeah, it's a big 3 points, man.
So we scored 3 really good goals. Which one was your favourite?
I would say the first one. Yeah, and I was happy for Odegaard to score as well. Like, yeah. But they scored good goals as well. It was a game. Listen, it was for the neutral. It was a good game. I just didn't. The last goal just made it squeaky bum time towards the end, and I was like, is this going to be like 3-3 and ruin our whole momentum? But yeah, we held out, and that's the other thing as well. I feel that even when it is 3-2, I feel a lot less stress. I don't think, oh, it's coming sort of thing. Whereas when it's had players like Bellerin at the back and stuff like that, you was like, when's this goal going to come? Are they going to ruin it? So yeah, we can sort of shut up shop a little bit better. And I never thought I would say that about Arsenal, that we can shut up shop. But yeah, it was a good result, man.
Yeah, so vital 3 points. Going into the weekend, on paper we had the easiest game. We knew our rivals had some really hard matches. Man United were playing against Man City. As expected, they did drop points there. They got beaten 4-1.
I predicted that. Make sure, yeah. Look at my last thing. I predicted both of the results, but yeah. It was a good win for Man City, man. It just shows the golfing class. Like, Man United, it's hard to express to Man United fans that we was in that position. Yeah, we didn't have that array of players. That's the benefit that Man United got. So that's why they're sort of paving over the cracks, because Sancho will do well, Pogba will come back in. They do have players that are showing those excellence, and we didn't have that. So imagine that we was a mess like they was, plus we had shitty players, yeah, Mustafis and players like that, yeah. So we was in that problem, and we had shitty players. But they managed to keep apart because they have world-class Varane. They got players in like If you look at their squad, it's crazy. Ronaldo, and I think he's messed up a lot of the balance as well. I said that from the off anyway, but I honestly looked at that result and I was just like, they were just getting toyed with. Absolutely toyed with. Like, if you look at, but that's what Man City do. Sometimes you have those games against Man City, it is Man City, but you could say if it was just that game, fair enough. But Man United have been getting battered all over the park, so who's going to be their next manager, man? That's the thing. I don't think this manager, regardless of anything, Man United's a big job, man, and I don't think he's got it. So it's a great result for us, and long may it continue, man.
Yeah, I mean, West Ham were playing Liverpool away. We know it's always hard to go to Anfield. They did play well. They're a bit unlucky.
I predicted an upset in that game, yeah, and it nearly pulled off as well. And I've said this time and time again, David Moyes has found his Everton with West Ham. The way he was playing, the way he used to set up Everton, he's doing it now at West Ham. He is a top manager, yeah. Man United, like I said, as managers have shown there, it is two of them. It is a massive job for them, and I think that was probably to a bigger step for him. But Alex Ferguson identified something in him, which he's showing he has, man. West Ham are, if the West Ham owners weren't so tight, yeah, if they actually put some money into this club, they're going to get tenfold back, man, because I honestly do believe in 2-3 seasons time, how West Ham, they done it last season, you can put the right players in there, maybe put someone like a Jesse Lindegaard and just really push through with their team, and as long as their key is keeping Declan Rice, same with us keeping Saka, it's the same sort of thing.
Okay, talking about Everton, they were really poor against Tottenham, losing 5-0. They're in danger of getting relegated at the moment. But yeah,
they won't get relegated, but they are poor. And you look at their, do you know what the thing is as well though? This works out better for us, because if we're looking at players like Calvin Lewin and players like that, yeah, you can look to snatch those players because they're not playing any football. Those players are going to push for a move because of how much of a mess it is. Everton always spend money every year, so there's no excuses there, man. Might go back and get Lukaku who comes back home. You never know, but they're messy, man. And that's the thing, it hypes up Tottenham fans again to think that they're anything more than what it is. Everyone singing Super Kane, best number 9 in the world. This just proves it. What? Because he scored 2 goals and he scored 2 goals against Man City. What about the rest of the season where he's been absolutely ghost? Like, they love to, I'm not saying, listen, I do rate Kane as a good striker, yeah, but he just blows so much smoke up his ass every single time. And I was hoping Everton were going to do us a favour, but I knew, listen, man, once I saw the start of that game, I just said, this is embarrassing. Like, it was over at half time. There weren't even no signs that Everton were going to do anything, so yeah, it's embarrassing. But hopefully, like I said, it's this weekend's a massive weekend for all teams, man.
So yeah, we're in 4th now. We're in a really good position. We're 1 point ahead of Man United, 3 games in hand, 3 points ahead of West Ham, 3 games in hand. We're ahead of Tottenham as well, but we've played a game less, 3 points ahead of them. So it'll be a 6-point gap if we win our game in hand. Our games in hand are really hard, though, as we know. It's Liverpool at home, Chelsea away and Tottenham away, but we're in a good position now, and as you're saying, big weekend coming up. We've got Leicester next.
Yeah,
thoughts on that one?
I'm all about points on the board. Like, I just sometimes I can't really, I don't really look at the games in hand. I'm always looking at what we've actually got, and yeah, it's a great thing to be in that position and still have 3 games, but we could go and lose all those 3 of those games or get 1 point out of them. So I always look at how much, that's why I always looked at like West Ham and saying, look, yeah, they're ahead, but they've also got the points on the board. So I think this weekend's massive for us, yeah. And there's no reason why we can't. Leicester are not looking that great. Let's not let Telemans and all those players come out, Vardy, let's not let all those players come out of the woodwork and start having a worldie of a game against us. Like, let's not do that anymore, yeah. If we can start fast as we do against Leicester usually, we did go away and we played really well, it's at home as well. Listen, man, we get 3 points there. So I reckon Man United will beat Tottenham, yeah. I just got a feeling Man United will beat Tottenham, or even if it's a draw. But if our best hope would be for Man United to get 3 points against Tottenham, listen, man, that blows apart. 3 points for us this weekend. That's what we got to focus on. Sometimes we do look at a lot of the other teams and how they're doing and things like that, but it's in our hands. So really, we don't have to worry about other teams now. We just got to worry about getting our 3 points on the board. But it helps. It's a massive weekend. Even, listen, worst case scenario, yeah, we get a point, it's a draw against Leicester, yeah, which I can see happening, yeah. I can see it being a 2-2 draw against Leicester, and then Man United beating Spurs, then I still think that's a great weekend for us, man. It's not the best, but it's a good weekend. Leicester are a hard team, so yeah.
Yeah, so looking at the team now, so we know Emma Smith Rowe's due back soon. Pepe was being on the bench. Lacazette had a really good game. He didn't score again, but 2 assists, played really well. Your thoughts on him?
I think you have to start Lacazette. Like, the players are feeding off of him. My thing is this, look, if Lacazette's linking up play and the other players are scoring, it's all good. But when the other players are not scoring, we look to you as the striker. So when you get your chances, put them away. But he is a confidence man, yeah? And you saw in the last game, from that goal or not goal, the game before that, yeah? When he has that confidence, he looks like a different player, yeah? So I would say 100% you have to start Lacazette. He's the captain as well. You're going to have to start him. As long as he's doing those nice little link-ups and he can get himself in the box, don't drop too deep because you ain't got the pace to get in there, yeah? But drop like to where the number 10 position is, do your link-up so you can still get in the box. It's cool. And that just, I'll tell you what makes a difference with Lacazette is when Partey and Xhaka behind are doing their bit. If Partey can get forward, it means that Lacazette doesn't have to drop so deep. So if Partey can beat a man, gets into that position, Lacazette can then push forward or he can pull it and link up. But that's what you saw in the last game a lot more. So yeah, as long as Partey keeps on having good games, I think Lacazette will be a lot easier to do, man.
So correct score predictions then. First for our game?
I think it's a 2-2 draw.
Okay, Man United versus Tottenham?
2-1 Man United.
Okay, and West Ham are playing Aston Villa?
Draw.
Okay, and that is all from us. Thanks so much.
Good fun.
Thanks everyone for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like and share.